At exactly 3 a.m., a phone rang inside an empty house. But the strange thing was, the owner of that house had died 3 years ago. This is not just a story. This is a real untold mystery. A case that was never solved. And a call that should never have been answered. There was a small quiet town, far from the noise of big cities. People there lived simple lives. Nothing strange ever happened. Until one winter, everything changed. At the end of the town, there was a house. Old, broken, and empty. People avoided it. Not because it looked scary, but because of what happened there. 3 years ago, a man named Victor lived in that house. He was a normal man. Quiet, friendly, and lived alone. But one night, he was found dead inside his house. The police said it was a normal death. No signs of struggle. No injuries. Nothing stolen. But there was one strange thing. Victor was holding his phone tightly, as if he was talking to someone, before he died. When police checked the phone, they found something strange. The last call was from an unknown number. No name, no record, no history. And after that, the number disappeared, like it never existed. After that incident, people started hearing things at night near the house. Some said they heard a phone ringing. Others said they saw a light inside. But no one dared to go close. Years later, a young man named Ryan came to the town. He was a content creator. He made videos about unsolved mysteries. When he heard about the house, he became interested. People warned him. They said, "Do not go there. That house is not normal." But Ryan smiled and said, "That is exactly why I am here." One cold night, Ryan went to the house with his camera and his phone. The house looked dead, silent, like nothing had ever lived there. He opened the door. It made a loud sound. The air inside was cold, very cold. Ryan started recording. He said, "Tonight I will find the truth." Everything was covered in dust. The furniture was old and broken. But something felt wrong, like someone was watching. Suddenly, a sound came. A phone ringing. Ryan stopped. The sound was clear. Very clear. Like it was close. He followed the sound. Step by step. It led him to a table. And on that table, there was an old phone, ringing. Ryan looked at the camera. His hands were shaking. He said, "This should not be happening." But then, he picked up the phone. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then, A voice came. Slow, cold, and broken. It said, "Why did you come here?" Ryan froze. He tried to speak, but no words came. The voice came again. "You should not be here." Ryan asked, "Who are you?" The voice replied, "You already know." Suddenly, the lights flickered. The air became colder. And the voice said, "I am still here." Ryan slowly turned around. And what he saw was not human. Ryan slowly turned around. His breathing became heavy. His hands were shaking. And then, he saw it. A dark figure. Standing in the corner of the room. Not moving. Not breathing. Just watching him. The figure had no clear face. Only two faint glowing eyes. Looking directly at Ryan. The same cold feeling filled the room. Like all the air was gone. Ryan dropped the phone. It hit the floor. But the call did not end. The voice was still there. Coming from the phone. Coming from the room. Coming from everywhere. The voice said, "You answered. Now you cannot leave." Ryan stepped back slowly. His eyes locked on the figure. He tried to move towards the door. But his legs felt heavy. Like something was holding him. The camera started shaking. The screen flickered. Strange lines appeared. But it was still recording. Everything. The figure moved. Just a little. But enough to break Ryan. It took one step forward. Slow. Silent. Unnatural. Ryan felt something behind him. A cold touch. Like ice. He quickly turned. But no one was there. A whisper came close to his ear. So close. He could feel it. It said, "You are too late." Ryan could not take it anymore. He turned and ran. Fast. Towards the door. But the hallway looked longer. Much longer than before. He kept running. But the door was not getting closer. It felt like he was stuck. Like the house was changing. Then, the phone started ringing again. But this time, it was coming from behind him. And in front of him. Ryan stopped. Slowly turned around. And saw multiple phones lying on the floor. All ringing at the same time. Every phone screen was on. And on every screen, there was the same thing. A face. Looking at him. The face was pale. Eyes wide open. Mouth slightly moving. Like it was trying to speak. Ryan looked closer. And his heart stopped. The face was Victor. The man who died. All phones suddenly stopped ringing. At the same time. And one message appeared. On every screen. "You are next." The lights went out. Complete darkness. Ryan could not see anything. Only his breathing. And the sound of something moving. Then, a hand touched his shoulder. Ryan screamed. And the camera fell. But before it hit the ground, one last thing was seen. The figure standing right in front of him.